Hello and welcome to the sewing studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make this quilt behind me, which has been made using a charm pack, a metre of white fabric and half a metre for binding. So I was given this charm pack and a metre of fabric and asked to create something with it, and this is the result. So the fabric was chosen by Jenny, who works here in the sewing studio, and the fabric is called Rain by Ruby Star. So let's get started. So I've got my charm pack here, and today I'm going to demonstrate with a charm pack called Rainbow Sherbet. So you will need all but one of these squares to make this quilt. So the first thing I'm going to do is open it up, and I'm actually going to pick out my favourite colours. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out my top row of 5. So this is a really easy quilt. This is great for beginners. So I'm just going to start laying out some colours. And what I like about this one is the colours are quite clashy. And instead of using white for today's demonstration, I'm actually going to use a grey. So you could do this with whatever colour contrast fabric that you like. So I'm just going to lay one more out, and that's going to be my first row. And what I did with this was I didn't get too hung up about the layout, as long as each row had a different colour in it or a different style of fabric. Some of this fabric is directional, so you do need to bear that in mind. So on some of these, we're going to cut the charms in half, and we're going to join them long ways together. And you will need 7 of these. Now, for those mathematicians amongst you, you're probably going to work out that if we've got 2.5-inch sash in between and we've got 7 going that way, that doesn't add up. But I'm not going to get hung up about that. I'm just going to trim the 2 ends so that we get the idea of how it lays out. This is patchwork after all. So I'm going to get some strips here, which I've already cut, and these are 2.5 inches. I'm going to go to the machine and I'm going to join these with a 2.5-inch sash between each one. I'm not going to do the end ones. I'm going to join here and here and here and here, because we do all the ends when we do the border at the end. So I'm going to chain piece these. So I'm going to lay them face down on my 2.5-inch strip, and I'm going to start sewing 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to pick up the next one, lift my presser foot so my needle's in the work, and I'm just going to put this on. Now you can notice that there's a little gap there. I'm not worried about that. When I've done the pressing, I'm going to trim all of those. So a moment ago I said to you I was going to iron them and then trim them, but I actually prefer to trim them like this. So you can see that the stitching, I've stitched them along and there's a gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my ruler there, and I'm just going to trim away carefully so I don't cut into the piece next door. Trim away that piece. Turn this around and do it again. So I'm trimming it this way so I know that it's square, because sometimes when you press it and then trim it, you get a bit of stretch in your fabric and then you end up with a wavy border, which is not what we want. So just squaring that, making sure that's square. And I'll put that over there to iron in a moment, or to press I should say. And now I'm going to go over to the iron. So first of all, I'm going to set my seams. And then I'm going to flip this back and I'm pressing towards my highlight fabric because it's darker. On the other one, because I used white, I pressed towards the coloured squares because that was the darker fabric. And with this, the beauty of this is there's not too much matching. Just got to line our sashing up. And the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to join all of these together with our sashing. I think I've moved them round to the order that I had them before, but it doesn't matter. That's the beauty of having a multicolour pack like this. It really doesn't matter. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to join all of those up. And straight away I can see that I shouldn't have put sashing on the other side of that because we're going to do a long border. So I'm actually just going to move that one and swap it with something else. There we are. I'm going to swap it with that one. So we're going to join them all up so we've got our sashing in the middle. This one will be for the next row. So we line these up right sides together. So here we have our first row together. So we've got that joined with our sashing fabric in between, and I've pressed this. So this is our first row. And what I would say about this quilt is you can make it bigger than I've made it because the borders I've put round mine are only 2.5 inches. But you could put a much bigger border and make it a bigger quilt. This is perfect for a cot or a playmat or even a throw, but you could make it bigger and have a single bed size. When you've done that 6 times, then we're going to cut some of our pieces in half. So I'm probably not going to use the lighter one, I think. Let me have a look, see what we've got here. So that one's not so bad because it's got a pattern, but that one you can't really see the pattern. So that's probably the one I'm going to take out. So I'm going to sort some out here. A nice strong colour. Oh, look, purple, my favourite. Let's have a piece of that in there. A nice strong one of those. So I'm going to take those. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 of those there. I'm going to cut those in half. So I'm going to stack those together. And hopefully my blade is nice and sharp because I'm going to cut through them all in one go. So I just need to make sure I've got this right. So I'm going to cut 2.5 inches. And I'm going to cut them in half. So I'm going to join 7 of these pieces end to end. So I'm just going over to the machine to do that. So I'm just going to go to the iron now, and what I'm going to do is just press them flat, all going in the same direction. So you can see that we've joined these pieces end to end. And so the next thing we would do is we would decide on the layout of the quilt. Now you can see on the one behind me, I've done 2 of the bigger blocks and then a strip, then 1, then a strip. So it's up to you how you lay this out. As I always say, make it your own. It's all about just having fun. So that's the next strip. Now you can see that it is longer than the first one. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. We can trim that later. So our next job would be to put our sashing between. So I would join this piece of sashing. Let's move it down a little bit so you can see it a bit easier. So I would join this to this piece and then trim it at the end. And then I would line this piece up. So when I've trimmed that and I've trimmed that, I would line this up, and I would maybe have part of a block that end and part of a block that end, rather than a whole one and then cut a piece off. So I'd rather cut 2 little pieces, so our end pieces are that little bit shorter. Then you would have another row of sashing, so you would have some more sashing under here, and then you would have another row like this, or you may want 2 rows like that. It's entirely up to you. So that's just some ideas to inspire you, and then you can put a big border around it. You could put a fillet and a border. You could put 2 borders. So the choice is yours. So we're just going to go over to the quilt behind me now just to see how that was finished off. So you can see how this quilt's been put together. Some of the rows are with the squares and some are with the smaller pieces. I've also been mindful that I've got directional fabric, albeit when that was cut in half, there wasn't really a lot I could do about that, but I liked the balance of colour in this one. So all of the sashing is at 2.5 inches. As I said earlier, you could put a bigger border on it, you could put a border of a different colour. So I've just finished this off with this lovely cerise pink. As I said earlier, this was chosen by Jenny, and this is from the Ruby Star range called Speckled. So I've quilted it with a straight stitch, very simple quilting, following the lines. So I've come 1/4 inch out from each of the blocks, like this. And I've done 1/4 inch along the top and bottom of all the blocks. So that's really simple and easy to do, because you follow these lines and you've got your 1/4 inch guide on your walking foot. And then on the back, I've just used the same as the sashing. I've just used the white to back it with. So this is a really fun quilt that would make a great gift for somebody. So as I always say, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you next time here in the sewing studio.